You know, there are those critics who say that while my rants all make sense if you can spend enough time and endure 90 minutes of Kurt going on and on, or the voluminous information that accompanies the data that already was transmitted in text or other forms, pictures, transmissions, is overwhelming. And get this, you're just seeing a microcosm of what I already know. I try to archive critical moments, and it doesn't matter if I editorialize in a short Reader's Digest or a monolith. Those were intended to siphon through the information, inform their own opinions based on much more factual information than second-guessing, prejudging, stipulating, restricting, whatever. They could just open up to the essence of total free-falling, and acceptance, whether they agree or not, is not the argument. A guy just came up to me in skate park. I'm sitting by myself, pondering which fire to put on next. He's overheard me for the last several hours on several calls. Some very high level people shouldn't probably have overheard. I don't give a shit. It was ears only. It wasn't even eyes only. But it turned out to be ears and eyes, because there's nowhere you can go on this planet where there aren't ears and eyes up my ass or your ass. And if you think otherwise, keep thinking. From above, I can tell your heart rate. From above, I can tell your body temperature, movement, and even with the right biodetectors and rhythmic filters of ultra rays and other stuff that's too complicated to get into for a simple mind. Let's just simplify it to say, there's nothing the eye can't see from the sky. And that's true. I know that to be true. When you're dealt with in situation rooms or in crisis situations or terror stuff where you're seeing satellite beams of stuff around you or terrain around you, and critical times in your moments of life, so you don't be the next taken for whatever sadistic purpose or torture. And all you were doing was archiving and documenting factual truth. When you faced an AK-47 with an 8-year-old with his finger on the trigger ready to pull it, you learn that you don't always just answer questions when people answer them. You drill down and get a little more specific. You said, what best advice could you give to a guy who's 40? And I stopped for a second. I said, well, what's not right in your life right now? He said, everything's pretty much perfect. I said, but what's not perfect? What's stopping you from being in utopia now? He had to think. It's a deeper question. He said, money. I said, okay, let me think about it. He skated around me for a while. I hollered, hey, I got it. I said, it's not about the money. It's about the art of learning no. No is a complete sentence, and you don't have to drill down and go, well, no, not why. And you should, because if you've already been told no right out of the box and somebody doesn't share your vision, you have to sell a doubting Thomas. You supersell to get to them to buy your soup. You're already behind the 8 ball. You've already been in disbelief. They didn't try it, they didn't believe it, and now you're trying to sell it like snake oil. That's when you've already lost. You're building a house on sand. They're going to rape your eyes out because they know it's worth a lot, and they're going to make you feel so insignificant. And the reason it's better and improved is because they put their special sauce with your shit and made it Jiffy Pop or whatever. That's it. Annihilated brand that has too much artificial whatever in it. But to just say it's time to wake up. So I said, well, money's not it, it's the no. No's a complete sentence. And realize just because someone says no and they don't share the vision doesn't mean it's not a good vision. It means you have to find people of like heart who share your vision of happiness and hope and success. That's not about selfish need or gain. It's about enough to be comfortable without having to be comfortably numb, and anesthetize yourself to others who still may be in need and that you should say yes to. It's about always paying it forward and being able to forgive backwards, and if not forgive because it was so heinous, at least be honest about the truth of what it did. And then let the truth be self-evident for those who should judge. And maybe you're not that one. Stop forcing your way in the world. If it's not working, either you gotta change your world around or find new people in your world, or you're on the wrong planet with the wrong agenda. And maybe that's why it's not working so well. Or maybe you're the lone stranger who knows everything and is going to save all of us because you're the new Christ, or Allah, or Jesus, or the reincarnate of yourself. I don't know.
I'm sick of paying rent. That's what I'm sick of paying.
Look who's back. Then you could...
I'm sick of paying rent, and I already traveled around the world. I'm like, at this point, instead of stay here, fucking...
For martial law that's coming soon? Yeah, that's not a good idea. Unless you're an idiot.
I'd rather get the fuck out of here.
Oh, I'm getting a renewed passport and doing the same thing.
Right.
I'm doing a renewed passport and getting out of here. The dilemma for me is I'm not sure. I've traveled the world like you. I'm not sure where to go where I feel safe anymore. Where I feel like people aren't out to take every dime they can get out of me because I have a few nickels in my pocket. Where I would have openly shared with them if they had just asked. You don't have to steal from me ever. If I've got a shirt on my back and you need it more than me, I'll give it to you. You just have to ask, and if I say no, it's because I've already given enough.
I think they're kind of scamming everywhere. I don't know.
That's what I mean. I don't know. India is a great exchange rate for dollars, but I can still be robbed and mugged by a crowd in India. I've traveled the world. I know it's like that.
It's really nice.
Nice, but still has its dysfunctions.
Boring as fucking all.
Yeah, thank you. And cold as fuck. I don't dig freezing my nuts off. Fiji maybe, or Bora Bora.
I lived in Fiji for a little while.
How was that?
Fiji's good, but you know,
what was wrong with it? Too many naked women?
There in 2000. I was there 13 years ago in 2005.
Too many drugs? What was it?
No, they don't really have drugs out there because they're so remote, man.
Well, they have some, but you pay a lot more to even find them there.
But it's just...
It's not like black towers
really
sitting on the beach.
There's not guns.
Oh, no.
There's like...
Hardly strap on a gun when you're naked.
Yeah. There's over 350 Fijian islands.
Wow. How amazing.
Really, yeah.
Was it
and
like...
I had lived in Hawaii.
Was it like paradise?
You know what, dude? I met this...
Was it like living in paradise?
chick from England that was on a trip around the world. Right here.
A little heiress?
But no, I met her
What
here,
about a
right
little
there.
heiress, a little rich girl?
She ended up putting the ticket on her credit card and took me. Yeah,
a little rich girl who took you on her wings.
Yeah.
How beautiful is that?
So that definitely probably made Fiji a lot cooler.
Oh yeah, because you didn't have to sweat shit.
Yeah.
She was paying for the ticket, but you know what? How beautiful. It wasn't about I'm the guy, I'm out there slaying the beast so we can do this, you're my bitch. How did that feel? Or were you her bitch? I don't know.
No, I still...
That's what I mean.
You wore the pants.
Yeah, so how beautiful is that? That you could interchange roles and not have to get into the dynamics.
Well, the thing, from the time that I met her here and the time we went on the trip,
what part did you?
6 months.
Yeah, what part
so
did you?
I was really, like, I wouldn't even let her, like, live with... She was already on this trip around the world, and she was leaving that night to go to San Francisco, and then like maybe in 5 days or a week she had her flight to Fiji, and then she was going on the rest of the trip around the world. And she ended up not getting on the bus to go to SF that night
because of you.
And, yeah, we hung out
because of the look in the LSD eyes. I mean, did you shroom together? What was the connection?
My go-to. I mean, you got it. The go-to. Getting chicks down here is you kiss them on the beach at sunset. I mean,
that's why I've been fucking up. I wait till after sunset. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, you know, and also.
Wow, I'd like to hear those stories.
A little
Here's
beer,
what works. A little beer. Weed,
and I had a cool dog. And I had a.
She's gorgeous, by the way. I just gotta acknowledge she's really beautiful.
I had a cool little house. I had a cool little old truck. The thing is.
It was kind of simpler
I treated her like...
Ow.
She was staying
like
at the hostel, so when she decided to stay here longer... Remember when Baby Blues opened up? How long you been here?
She's 83.
Oh, yeah. She got... this in 2005, you could still work as a... You could work under the table as a waitress.
Yep.
So they were getting cash, so... Yep. She got a job managing Gabby's, and remember Gabby's down here at the pier? She
Years
managed
ago, I hadn't been
Gabby's
there
and
years.
Baby Blues when it first started.
Baby
She made
Blues,
enough
like-
money. She made enough money under the table, like in the first like month of knowing me. She rented her own apartment.
Wow.
And like, because I was like, nah, you can't stay with me because it's gonna ruin the relationship. So like, you know.
But then she flies to Fiji.
After 6 months, yeah, we got closer.
What happened?
over
Why'd
time.
you part? Why did the fairy
Oh,
tale end?
Dude, I was.
You possessive
I
to
turned
obsessive?
27 in Australia.
You needed a new babe? What went
I
wrong?
got back here and I was just
They forget her?
After the 6 months, we got back here and I was just drinking all the time and just like.
But why'd you
getting
come back
other
without
chick,
her?
I did. We were
Why?
together for like 3 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, why did you drive her away? You were so perfect.
I was a nightmare, alcoholic.
Hey, dude,
Crazy.
I know what that's like.
I haven't drank for 5 years, so.
Bless you for that. And you may never drink again, or you may drink again, but hopefully you've learned to moderate.
No, I don't really think about drinking, but if
Good for you.
if I was to drink again, hopefully I'd
Would moderate.
better than I
Mhm.
did in the past.
Sometimes you have to become a better self-editor on some things that walk away for years. There's things I've walked back to that I said I'd never do again.
I also knew that, like, I guess that I knew in the back of my head I needed to stop drinking, and I was never gonna stop drinking with her.
Wow,
And,
why is she
like,
drinking a lot?
Well, she's from England, man, and the fucking
I know,
culture
right?
there. She's an alcoholic too, but she's gonna function because she's English.
Well, she's functioning alcoholic and maybe in denial
But
also.
but in England, dude, you know, they don't have these places like.
After hours clubs that go at 4 in the
No,
morning.
they don't have the weather to be like maybe how you and I
Oh,
have
doing
living
trips
here.
on the beach and getting laid all night and doing drugs
you
all
know,
night.
Like these guys party at night, but like
Well,
it's
they
gonna
don't
be,
have access to every drug like Amsterdam
it's
like
gonna
is
be
here.
cold as fuck. In the
Yeah,
morning.
you're gonna be inside. You're gonna go outside getting sand
Yeah.
out of your crack.
I mean, why quit?
you
why
wouldn't
quit
even wanna
your
take a
job when
snow out
it's
of
too
your-
cold to go
Yeah.
outside? You know what I mean? So I think that's part of
And why live off grid when it's too cold and you'll die doing it? Where here you can live off grid and still survive.
it. Yeah.
Selling other people's junk you jacked or stole or found on the beach.
Yeah.
There's ways to live here even homeless if you're smart.
Yeah, you can live good.
Oh fuck yeah, there's homeless people who are making
If I
6
would-
figures a year.
If I would, yeah. If I
Literally, and staying in hotels when they're not being homeless at the freeway ramp.
Yes, save that shit. Huh?
Hey, if it's what's working, and they want to get that dirty every day, so
If
they
I
can
would
play
have
it out
worked
again.
this hard, if I would have worked this hard and saved my rent,
You'd be a
these last 5
multimillionaire.
years, yeah.
Literally.
Well,
Isn't it amazing how much we pitch away on stupid
I
shit?
paid $2,000 a month for rent, so
Yeah, for what? A box? It wasn't even a big place.
I mean,
For the size of the neighborhood, but if you moved
Yeah.
inland 5
Yeah.
miles, you could have gotten a place 10 times larger.
anywhere in the world.
And if you'd moved to Australia, you probably could have had a fucking mansion.
Australia's pretty pricey, actually. I was there too with that
Well, I'm
girl.
in the outback.
Yeah.
Now I'm with the kangaroos.
You don't want to go out there though, man. It's too crazy. It's the bugs, dude. It's bugs that you never.
Like a jungle bug?
Once you get off that ocean and you start going in, the shit that's alive there
It's
will
dangerously
fuck your ass
deadly.
up. Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. Some things can bite you and you die of poison right there and never make it to the mainland
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Literally, and they may never find your
Yeah,
carcass because it's already been
spider,
picked alive.
Snake,
Oh, fuck yeah.
everywhere.
It's deadly shit, man. It's like trying to cross through, Death Valley. There's a reason they called it Death Valley. It's
Right.
not safe for most people to do that shit. Unless you can endure real high heat in the day and learn to hide in caves. And
Australia is an ocean. You stay
Travel
on the
at night.
ocean there. You can stay right on the ocean. The bugs are not bad, and it's just
well, the
like
bugs get bad here in California in the wrong neighborhood, too.
yeah, you're right.
You can get bit by some really bad pesky things that leave bites.
Brown
They can kill you.
recluse and
Yeah,
all that
thank
shit,
you.
yeah.
Or a tarantula or,
But
the
most
black
of the,
widow.
Most of the people in Australia, they live right on the coast out there. But the coast is so big because it's a continent. It's the biggest island, but the smallest continent. The coast is still really undeveloped. Like
well, in New Zealand, a
in
separate
action.
country is a continent unto itself, I guess.
what? New Zealand's not
New
a
Zealand.
continent.
It's a little island continent unto itself.
No, there's 7 continents. You know, like
New Zealand?
no, just in total. There's like Africa, Europe, Asia.
That's funny because somebody was arguing
America.
there's 8, and I just couldn't figure out what the 8th one was. But there's 8 continents. Are there 7 or 8?
Antarctica. I don't know. Regardless,
That's kind of an ice mass. I wouldn't necessarily call it a continent.
Australia's big, and it's pretty nice over there too. If you can get in over there if you haven't been arrested, then like you're fucking.
Well, even worse than that is trying to go to Dubai. You even have a misdemeanor, you can't get into Dubai. Yeah, they're tight.
I heard Dubai is really good.
Felonies for sure you can't get in. Misdemeanors, depending on the misdemeanor.
Japan, you're out too. You can't go into Japan.
Oh yeah, some countries you're asked out. Brazil's tough to get into. India, you don't just go to India. You have to have a visitor's visa or a work visa. You don't just show up in India and say, here I am. Yeah, I know what it's like to travel. Been there, done that, around the world. Covered news around the world. They've covered CIA wars around the world.
What do you think of New Zealand? You been out there?
Have not been there yet.
I like New Zealand.
I want to check out that part of the world. I haven't done that region.
Once you get out to Fiji and
I've
Australia,
done Hawaii and out in those regions, but I haven't done the Fiji, Australia. No, that's Bora Bora. I haven't done Bora Bora yet. There's some of those great places I guess I saved too late in life. Maybe not. Maybe now's the time.
Dude, I think maybe if you go over there now, you might have
the time of my life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm about to turn 60 and all these hot young babes who may want to be okay with somebody my age. That's okay. I'll be okay with those naked women running around me. I have no problem with that.
The cool thing about
it's about consent. It's about the yes, not the no.
Once you're in Fiji, Australia's closed and New Zealand's closed, and then.
Well, the same if you're in Eurasia, Europe's closed, Asia's closed, Middle East is closed. It depends on what region you're in and what the purpose is to catapult. I mean, if you're in the right region of India, you could be to Pakistan or Bangladesh in moments. So whatever hash or shit you can't do there, you can go across the border and get. Or have brought to you for the right dozen women on a camel. If you know how to get what you want, there's too many people are hung up in, well, it's the law of the country. Well, it's about Dr. Heal Thyself, not about you tell me what's good for me. You gotta know where your thresholds are. If your thing is LSD and you're not hurting people and you're happy and harmonious and you're zen with yourself, then who's to say it's not for you? Although it's a highly regulated thing, and if you're in possession of quantities of it, you get to spend your life in prison in this country or other countries for it.
Yeah.
Get over it, folks. Unless he's giving it to your little kids and getting people, you know, ready to go on homicidal murders. If it saved a couple of lives from killing someone today, say thank you. Doesn't that make more sense?
Acid to Fiji, that'd be awesome.
I could get in there. I absolutely. There's nothing I don't know how to get in any country I've ever gone to. I was thinking about that the other night, and I said that in a video documentary I was doing. If I wanted a drug, I didn't give a shit what the country said was right or wrong about it. If I needed it in the moment for me to be balanced and centered and not go off on some jackass who just robbed me wrongfully, or an innocent person because they reminded me of someone else, that's where too many people fuck other people over. Something in your voice or your scent reminds them of somebody else, and now you're getting the shit that the other person deserves. Masking is something you got to really avoid in life. How do you know that these two women may not be your next two lovers instead of reminding you of that bitch who screwed you? You two are absolutely gorgeous. Where are you from? Where are you from? Where are you from? Turkey. I've been there, Istanbul. To work for NTV. NTV, National Turkish, whatever. Yeah, I've been the voice for Anwar Torep. Who's that jackass leader you have? He's kind of like Donald Trump. Torep, is it Anwar Torep?
The Turkish president?
Your prime minister, what's his name?
Erdogan?
Erdogan Torep. Yeah, I've been his voice. Done stuff to come.
Really?
Yeah. When he did that long 2-hour press conference about 5 years ago about how he doesn't support terrorism, but the Kurds and them, whatever. Yeah, I was his voice for that.